Hulk vs. Solomon Grundy is an epic matchup that fans would love to see happening in a well-written crossover. In this video, I will discuss the fractured sun persona in specific and see how he would fare against the formidable zombie. Cyrus Gold was born sometime around the early to mid-19th century and died in Slaughter Swamp, then was resurrected some years later as a horrible creature. Solomon Grundy has clashed with many superheroes over the years, including Green Lantern, Superman, and Batman. He frequently dies and gets resurrected in new incarnations, each one of different level of powers and intelligence. In Superman number 301, Grundy from Earth 2 travels to Earth 1 and encounters Superman. Although Superman lunges at Grundy with great speed, he bounces off him like a rubber ball. Feeling that Grundy's become more powerful than before, Superman decides not to hold back, but Grundy knocks him away and sends him crashing into the buildings. Superman admits that he's never been hit that hard, and that Grundy might be even more powerful than him. He attacks again and tries to lift Grundy, but is shocked to find out that he's so heavy. Grundy knocks Superman into the sewers with great force that he knocks him out cold. In Superman number 676, Grundy confronts Superman and Green Lantern, where Superman demands that Grundy ends his rampage, but Grundy brags that he could kill Superman, who dares him to take his best shot. Grundy knocks Superman flying with a punch, shocking Superman, who didn't think Grundy was that strong, and decides to change tactics, but Grundy doesn't give him much time, and attacks again. Superman knocks Grundy away, but Grundy tosses Superman into the water and tries to suffocate him, forcing Superman to blast him with his eye-beams. Superman tells Grundy to give up, but Grundy says that he will stop when he kills him, then knocks Superman down with a punch that clearly hurts him. Grundy lifts a boulder to hit Superman with, but Green Lantern interferes and shatters the boulder, buying Superman some time to catch his breath. Superman flies away, while Lantern pounds on Grundy, then tries to imprison him in a cage, but Grundy breaks free and overpowers Lantern, who falls. Superman comes back and lunges at Grundy with great force that seemingly kills him. Superman regrets killing Grundy, but Lantern explains that Grundy will come back because he can't die. In Solomon Grundy's 7 issues run, Grundy fights Etrigan the Demon, who once sent Superman flying from Earth to the Moon with a single punch. Superman crashed on the Moon and was received by Green Lantern and Plastic Man, who thought the Watchtower was under attack. Grundy tanks the demon's punches and knocks him away with a punch, but Etrigan comes back, only to be knocked down again. The battle rages between the two, where Grundy proves durable to take Etrigan's hellfire unharmed. They both fall into the water, where Grundy punches through Etrigan's body. But that doesn't slow the demon down, who burns Grundy, and is about to rip his head off. But Green Lantern interferes and contains Etrigan, allowing Grundy to flee. Grundy fights Bizarro to a standstill in the same run, where Bizarro tries to befriend Grundy, who knocks him away with a punch. Bizarro lunges at Grundy, but Grundy hits him mid-air, and they both fall on utility poles and get electrocuted. Bizarro tells Grundy in an opposite way that he likes him, but Grundy continues his assault, and they end up falling into a penthouse where they decide to stop fighting and call it a day. In Faces of Evil, Solomon Grundy number 1, Killer Croc attacks Grundy and tells him that he owns Gotham City sewers. Croc bites Grundy and picks him up, but Grundy breaks free and knocks him away. Grundy then punches Croc and finishes him by breaking his jaw. Grundy can't die and keeps resurrected when he is destroyed. He possesses superhuman regeneration abilities that allow him to survive getting ripped and eaten alive by crocodiles, then assemble his severed limbs and reattach them to his torso in no time. Back to Grundy's run, Amazo attacks Grundy and rips his limbs apart, but Grundy controls his detached arms and manages to decapitate Amazo, then reattaches them to his torso. Although usually depicted as a mindless brute, Grundy can also be depicted as intelligent and sophisticated, but being smart makes him terrified of dying again. Being intelligent, however, doesn't prevent Grundy from being the same brutal monster he truly is. Grundy hasn't been always that powerful, and has been targeted by inconsistency over the years. In Superman Batman #3, Grundy was mind-controlled by Gorilla Grodd, and helped attack Superman and Batman when a bounty was placed on them by President Lex Luthor. Batman says that every time Grundy dies, he's reborn with a different personality, and I would say with different powers as well. Grundy tries to drown Batman, who pretends to be dead, and when he takes him out of the water, he tries to remove Batman's cowl, but accidentally triggers the tear gas, which affects him and allows Batman to pound on him until he knocks him unconscious. Hulk the Fractured Sun is arguably considered among the most powerful Hulk's personas to date. Unlike the Savage Hulk, the Fractured Sun is cunning, brutally crafty, and meticulous. This Hulk is far more antagonistic in his relationship toward his human form, going so far as to make the transformations from Banner to Hulk as painful as possible. Regardless of his animosity, Hulk develops a special bond with Charlie Tidwell, a young girl who was abused by her father. Hulk's main antagonist in this run is the ancient being known as the Eldest, whose aim is to awaken the primordial being, known as Mother of Horrors. She summons all the monsters that dwell on Earth and sends them after Hulk, whose spirit belongs to the one below all, but his flesh is the key with which Mother of Horrors will be free. In this run, Hulk encounters the Mother of Horrors' demonic sons, starting with Brother Deep, who gets brutalized and beaten to death by Hulk. Hulk then confronts Man-Thing, who brings Banner into the nexus of all realities and burns him alive, because whatever knows fear burns at the Man-Thing's touch, but Banner hulks out and rips Man-Thing to pieces. Ted Sallis speaks to Hulk and apologizes for bringing him that way, and explains that he needs his help to defeat the Eldest, who is too strong and older than anything Sallis has ever seen. Hulk tells Sallis that he has nothing to do with it, but Sallis explains that the Eldest has set every monster on Earth loose on Hulk, who says only stupid monsters like Sallis himself, then proceeds to rip him in half. Sallis, however, can't be damaged in the nexus of all realities, and explains that the swamp is dwelled by a demon who threatens to kill Charlie, forcing Hulk to interfere and to destroy the demon. Hulk then encounters a spirit of vengeance, whose host fought in World War II. Ghost Rider protects a boy named Leo, as everything in the world would somehow go wrong if the kid died. When Banner and Charlie found shelter with Leo and his family, a war devil approached them, and Ghost Rider sensed a threat to Leo's life, but mistakenly thought it was the Hulk who posed the threat, and attacked him. Hulk takes Rider's assaults unharmed and proceeds to smash the ground beneath him. Rider then realizes that Hulk is not the enemy, and together they join forces to defeat another demon sent by the Eldest, namely Ginny Dagal and his war devils. The demon briefly mind controls Hulk, causing him to attack Charlie, but Ghost Rider interferes to protect her. Hulk manages to snap out of the demon's control and rips through the demon with a punch, then wraps Rider's hell chain around his neck and rips his head off. Hulk then encounters Nephilim, the wife of Lucifer Morningstar, whose failed rebellion against God caused Nephilim to be exiled from heaven and hid on Earth. She spends her time watching humans and decides to collect their souls. She crafts vessels for the souls that would outlast their bodies to keep the souls away from hell. She abducts Charlie and imprisons her, causing Hulk to go out looking for her. Hulk brutally beats Nephilim and nearly kills her, but Lucifer returns to take her home and tells Hulk that his problem with the Eldest is not of his concern. Hulk then travels to Las Vegas, seeking the eldest, the only one who can bring Charlie back as she was. Banner takes a train from New Orleans and encounters a demon who calls himself Patchwork Jack. This demon has been collecting souls for long and decides to steal Charlie's figurine from Banner. This quickly escalates into a fight, where Banner hulks out and rips the demon in half with a punch. This, however, doesn't stop the demon who attacks Hulk, demanding to get Charlie's soul, but Hulk just knocks him down and destroys the wagon in the process. The demon gets the figurine and runs away, then becomes complete again, after he was ripped in half. He attacks Hulk, who rips the demon's arms, then tosses him into a fuel wagon which explodes and seemingly kills the demon. Hulk arrives in Vegas and confronts Eldest, who tells Hulk to surrender himself in order to save Charlie, but Hulk refuses and attacks Eldest, who reveals her true form and subdues Hulk, while Banner, in Hulk's psyche, agrees to surrender Hulk in exchange for Charlie's restored body and soul. Eldest puts Hulk in unbreakable chains, but when she tries to possess his flesh, Hulk knocks her away with great force that she goes ripping through one of her minions. Banner tells Hulk that he can't break the chains because they were forged from the first firmament itself, the embodiment of the very first universe to exist, and the creator of the aspirants and the celestials. Eldest then uses her magic to try to bring Banner out, but Hulk manages to keep him within and proceeds to break the unbreakable chains. Eldest, however, blasts Hulk and knocks him down. Charlie then is brought to where Hulk is subdued by Eldest and turns into a winged werewolf, revealing that she was chosen by Lycana to be its new host as a Skinwalker. Charlie destroys the demons, then attacks Eldest and distracts her, giving Hulk the time needed to regain his powers. Hulk defeats Eldest, who warns him that he broke the pact and will pay dearly for that. Hulk then confronts Varkalak, Lycana's brother and father of all wolf lords, who attacks Hulk ferociously and eats him alive, but Hulk rips his way out of the monster's body, then pounds on him and rips him apart. Hulk and Charlie seek Dr. Strange help to free Charlie from Lycana's curse against her own will, because she doesn't want to be weak again. They find Clea instead, who pretends that she will help Charlie, but soon reveals herself as a Skinwalker, taking the form of Clea. The demon imprisons Banner in a mystical room, where he is attacked and eaten alive by the Skinwalkers. Even dismembered and consumed, Banner proves undying and hulks out, ripping the Skinwalkers apart, then destroys the demon and saves Charlie. But they get attacked by Thor, who tells them that Strange is in Asgard and demands Hulk to surrender Charlie. The Asgardian mistakenly thinks that Charlie is Lycana, whom he fought in the past and thought he killed. Charlie tries to explain that she is not Lycana, but Thor doesn't believe her and decides to take her back to Asgard. Hulk knocks Thor away with a punch, but Thor comes back and pounds on Hulk and strikes him with lightning, then drops him underwater. Thor tells Hulk that he's changed and becomes untethered from Banner and humankind. Thor tries to drown Hulk and warns him not to follow him again, then goes after Charlie. Hulk, however, lifts a drowned ship and hits Thor with it, forcing him to drop his hammer. Sif and the Warriors 3 come to Thor's aid, remarking that he seems to be in need for help. Thor summons his hammer, but Hulk leaps at the same time and catches the hammer, which turns him into a missile that hits Thor and his friends and scatters them around. Thor strikes Hulk with lightning and gets his hammer back, but Hulk lunges at Thor with great force, and that's when Charlie rushes to save the Asgardian from getting pummeled, just to prove that she isn't the monster Thor thinks she is. Hulk tells Thor that he can't take Charlie and warns him that if he comes after her again, he will show him who the worthy is, then leaps away. The Fractured Sun is the first Hulk to legitimately beat a fully powered Thanos in the Incredible Hulk Annual #1. Thanos seeks the Mind Stone and brutally kills its wielder, then wields the stone himself. But the stone calls out Hulk for help, and Hulk lands in front of the Titan in no time, and demands to get the stone. Thanos tries to mind control Hulk, but Hulk bites him and pounds on him. Thanos fights back and tells Hulk that he's bested him before and will do it again. Hulk tells Thanos that he never bested him and punches him away, remarking that he will not let him have the stone. Thanos enrages Hulk by calling him puny and knocks him down, remarking that he has killed gods, but Hulk says that he will kill the guy who kills gods. Hulk punches Thanos, but the Titan retaliates with another punch, then knocks Hulk into the rocks and blasts him with his destructive beams, but Hulk tanks the beams unharmed. Thanos then puts Hulk in a headlock and snaps his neck, but commits a fatal mistake by turning his back on Hulk, who heals in no time, then punches Thanos from behind and puts him down. Hulk hurts Thanos to the degree that he can't protect himself from Colleen Wing's attack. The Titan demands to get the stone back, but Colleen stabs him with her psychic katana and tells Hulk that this won't keep the Titan down for long. Hulk then delivers the final blow and finishes Thanos. Solomon Grundy's strongest incarnations can beat Superman and Green Lantern, and can fight the likes of Bizarro and Amazo to a standstill. He is undying and possesses insane regeneration abilities that enable him to control his detached limbs and reattach them to his torso in no time. The fractured Sun, on the other hand, possesses insane superhuman strength that enables him to defeat Eldest and a fully powered Thanos, and to break the unbreakable chains forged from the first firmament itself. He is also undying and possesses insane healing and regeneration powers that enabled him to assemble his dismembered limbs after Banner was ripped and eaten by the Skinwalkers. Grundy is easily damaged and ripped apart by Amazo's beams, while Hulk takes Thanos' destructive beams unharmed, the same beams that knocked Galactus himself flying away. Although Grundy's strongest incarnation is incredibly powerful, Hulk would still win this matchup due to his limitless strength, stamina, durability, healing, and immortality. Grundy would arguably match Hulk in the beginning, but the longer they fight, the stronger Hulk would become, to the point that he would overpower Grundy. And if Charlie was in danger or targeted by Grundy, Hulk would rip the zombie in a way that it would take him long before he regenerates and comes back. Hope you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like. Thanks for watching, and have a nice one.